What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel, Deconstructing Narcissism. Just wanted to talk a little bit about, I guess, what's been going on today. So, I just had my first day of orientation at my job, and you know, as much as I'm trying to stay positive about the whole thing, it's just I don't know how much longer I have it in me to keep doing these soul-sucking dead-end jobs for these companies. You know, you get in these companies, and I don't know if anybody of you can relate, but you get into these corporate companies and it's all the same. You go in, you know, first day, everybody's trying to like get to know each other and be all happy-go-lucky and fucking, you know, pretend that we've all known each other for years on end, and it's just like, you know, and enough with the friendly introductions. We're not here to be friends. We aren't friends. We've never been friends. We've never met. You know, it's just like, I just so tired of like the corporate jargon that they throw at you. Like, we're a family. We're all a family. We're in this together. We might as well be a family since we see each other almost every day. Like, no, we're not a family. But anyway, you know, I got in, and it was just so boring and soul sucking. Like, nothing will suck the soul and the life out of you more than working a corporate job. Especially a corporate job that you hate, you know, and it's hard not to hate these corporate jobs. Like, you go in for the orientation and they try, you know, today, like, I sat at, you know, it just felt like I was back in school again. Like, that goes back to like the video with all these job requirements. So like, I felt like I was back in school again. You know, I had to sit down for, I mean, it wasn't that long, but it felt like that long. 6 hours sitting at a fucking old school style desk, you know, that I remember from high school back in 2012. You know, sitting down at this desk, and you know, the orientation lady introduced her name and how long she been in the company and how great the company is and blah blah blah. And she handed out a bunch of paperwork that we had to do, just like I was back in high school again. And you sit down, you watch all these boring videos, you know, the introduction video about the company and how long it's been a company for and where it started and where it originated and this and that. And it's just like, it's just like they can't make it so, they couldn't make it any more boring and uninteresting even if they tried. I mean, it's just so boring, it's just so uninteresting. You know, most of us are trying not to fall asleep during the video. And, you know, after we watch all these videos, you know, the first like half hour or an hour, I just tapped out. Like, I just couldn't listen to it anymore. I just couldn't retain any information or anything that she was saying because it was just so boring. She just kept using the same monotone voice, just like my teachers, over and over and over again, just like, so just boring. And, you know, like, it's just like, this is like, I can't learn like this. I don't know if anybody like can relate to this, but I can't learn sitting at a desk all day watching a bunch of videos. Like, I just can't do it. And I have to be like doing something. I have to like have hands-on experience, you know. I have to I have to see and visualize what I'm doing in order to get a full understanding of it. And, you know, when I'm sitting at a desk all day watching videos, not only is it super unmotivating, but it's just like so hard to retain information and learn from this. And, you know, you'd think you think it would be, think there would be an easier way to like retain information and learn, but no, they just want to, they just want to sit you down on a desk and make you watch video after video after video after video after video for 6 hours. And tomorrow it's going to be longer. I think tomorrow we're going to have to watch like 7.5 hours of videos doing nothing and, you know, sitting at a desk. And I can't sit at a desk. Like, I fidget, I fumble, you know, I shake my leg. I just can't do it. I can't sit at a desk and watch. I can't sit at a desk and watch even TV that's enjoying for 6 hours. I can't do it. So, you know, finally, after I think it was like 5 hours and 15 minutes or 5.5 hours, we finally get to the test. And I don't remember anything. Like, I don't remember anything that I learned. And, you know, I remembered some questions, but it was just like, some of them just like went right over my head. It was just like I barely even knew what the quiz was talking about. Like the questions on the sheet, I barely could even understand like what they were, you know. So I tried my best to fill them out, and you know, I had to leave like 4 or 5 blank. And of course, you know, I realized I already had failed at that point because you had to get like an 80% or higher, and you know, each question would, like, some of those questions, a lot of them that I missed, like, deducted like 4 or 5 points for not answering them. So I already knew I failed at that point, but I went ahead and turned it in. I did my best. I really did. Tried my best. Went ahead and turned it in, and I don't know what that was. Like 5 minutes later, I couldn't even. I was so like mentally drained and bored from this experience today. Like I forgot to even sign my name at the bottom and date it. So she called me up. She's like, "Oh, you forgot to sign your name and date it." And I was like, "Geez, I must have just been so like spaced out." You know, that's another thing that I do just during jobs that I really don't want to be at, because I need the money, of course. Because if I don't, then I starve and I die. And this is how capitalism, how crony capitalism is. Everybody, the 1% get it. The 1% of people get all the money, and the rest of us peasants have to work for crap dollars, wages, and you know, that's just the way the world works. You know, I'm never gonna get used to it, and I'm probably never gonna stop complaining about it, just because it just helps me, I guess, somehow. It just helps me. It just helps venting this. But yeah, so I forgot to do that, and at the end I got like a score of like 34, which is basically an F. If I was back in high school, it'd be graded as an F, but you know, I guess it is what it is. I asked like if I could retake it. She said, yeah, I'd have to wait till next week to retake it though. So, and you're not gonna like, this whole job, it's just like, I was making so much more at my other job. Unfortunately, I got fired because my problems, but I was making so much more, and I didn't have to do one damn written test. Like, we're gonna have to do 2 weeks of like written tests to inspect some IV bags, like the IV bags where you put, like, we're gonna be like expecting IV bags that have blood in it for like defects and stuff to donate to people in need, to people who need blood transfusions and stuff. But we need like 2 weeks of training to do this, and it's just like, I could go anywhere else and not. Unfortunately, I haven't been getting many calls back. I mean, I've gotten some, but I could go anywhere else and I wouldn't have to do shit like this. But yeah, I mean, if it was somewhat easy to get jobs, I mean, I've applied for like 125 jobs within the past 3 weeks, and I've gotten maybe like less than 10 calls back. And all those jobs were like really shitty low wage jobs, and you know, it's really depressing, man. It's really depressing out here, you know, and I'm trying, like, it's just really not motivating to wake up to it's not motivating to wake up every day and do job searching on it. It's just the job searching is just so depressing. Like, I'm just so unmotivated to do it now because of how bad the economy is, you know. And I don't feel like I have a bad resume. I've gotten plenty of comments from employers that they told me that I have a decent amount of experience in my resume, so I don't think it's that, but just the requirements that these employers want, they're just outrageous these days. They're absolutely outrageous. So I don't know. I'm gonna keep trying, like always, I guess, see where it leads me, but it's just really not even motivating to wake up anymore. You know, thankfully, I'm finally getting help for my problems. I'm starting online therapy tomorrow, so I'm gonna see how that goes. You know, and I also got this other opportunity. I guess if it's an opportunity, I've been working out with this personal trainer, and he's a cool guy, and I met this other guy, and he said he had an opportunity for me, so I went to this guy's company, and it turns out it's very much like an MLM, which is a multi-level marketing scheme, or a Ponzi scheme, where you it's called Primerica, and it's where you it's basically like a multi-level marketing scheme like Amway, where you recruit people into the company, and then those people recruit other people, and then those people recruit other people, and the more people that you recruit, the more money you make. You know, the only reason why it's not why it's legal, because multi-level marketing schemes are illegal, but the only reason why it's legal, this one, is because it's an insurance company. They're selling insurance to people, and you know, they dressed it up in this, you know, this fancy gift wrap, and made it seem like, oh, like we're changing lives and we're helping people and this and that. It's like, no, you're not. You're scamming people. You're scamming people on insurance policies where they could go. You're scamming people and coercing people and pressuring people into buying insurance policies. And I wouldn't be saying this. I wouldn't be saying this if I hadn't done my research. But I've done my research, and this is literally like what 90% of people are saying. Like it's an insurance policy scam, where like you try to convince people. They want you to recruit people into the company, and the reason why they want you to do that is because it makes more money than it does selling insurance. Because the real money to be made is when you recruit people. The thing they don't tell you is, though, most representatives that start in Primerica and other schemes like this, 60 to 70% of them fail to make any kind of decent wage. I mean, we're talking like less than McDonald's wages, like 5-6K a year. You know, and they'll just say, they say things like, oh, well, like, it's because they didn't try enough, they weren't part of the 1% that could make it, and this and that. But it's like, I've read so many reviews on Primerica, and hundreds upon thousands of people, okay, not hundreds of thousands, no, hundreds of thousands of people from Primerica since like 2011 and 2012 have left the company, just completely left them after like a year or two. And it just doesn't, it seems like it's no secret that there's something really shady going on with this company for that many people to leave. You can't just say like, oh, these people just didn't have what it takes to be successful in the business. You know, they call it you're being an entrepreneur, but it just seems like it gave me a very cult-like vibe. Like everybody, like there's conventions and there's, you know, like they're talking about how you could win trips and people are competing to win vacation trips and this and that. And like, when I walked into the building, like there was this guy and he had like all his kids with him, and the building looked like really shitty looking inside. And like, you know, the guy from the gym, I met him there, and he just like, he was dressed completely unprofessional, and he had like all sports clothing on. And they were trying so hard to pressure me to sign this waiver to start this business. Or like, the guy's just like, so why do you have doubts? Why do you have doubts? I'm like, one, I don't know you, and two, this is the first time I've ever heard about this company. Like, he was just trying to show me video after video after video why I should join this company, like right there. And then he's like, you're perfect. And I was like, why am I perfect? I have no sales experience whatsoever. You barely know me. We just met, and like they're like begging to hire me. It's like, companies do not beg to hire you. Companies do not keep sending, unless you have a lot of qualifications, companies do not just beg to hire you. They're not just going to bust down your door and get on their hands and knees and beg to hire. Like, companies don't do that unless, companies hire based on what qualifications you have. They don't just hire any random bozo off the street. So that's, you know, that was another red flag that got me. So I don't know. I'm gonna keep researching it. Oh, and also what happened was they wanted me to pay like a fee up front of like, I think it was like $100 for a background check. And I was like, well, why am I paying you for a background check? Why can't you do this on your own? And also I'd have to pay for fees for the training courses so that I could get licensed as a financial advisor, because this is what I would be, as a financial advisor, or so they say. But I don't know. I'm gonna do some more research, look into it. I guess it doesn't hurt to try it for like a month or two and see if I actually make any kind of money. But it seems very shady to me. It seems very much like a Ponzi scheme. And I don't know. I'm not getting the best of vibes from it, but we'll see. I'll keep everybody who watches my channel. I'll keep you all guys updated. But yeah, I'm at the bank. I gotta get a new card because it's broken. But yeah, guys. Thank you again for all the support and all the people that watch my videos. I truly appreciate all of you. I gotta head out before the bank closes. This has been Deconstructing Narcissism, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, guys.